According to legend, in the late 1600s, a group of pirates built something no nation on earth had ever attempted. A colony with no slavery, no rulers, and no laws except the ones they agreed on together. It was called Libertalia. For centuries, people believed it was real. What actually happened on this island is stranger and far more human. The story of Libertalia comes from a single book, published in 1724, called A General History of the Pirates. It described a pirate captain named James Misson, who supposedly renounced slavery, freed captives from slave ships, and built a democratic society where people of every race and religion lived as equals. Here's the issue. Historians have never found any evidence that Libertalia or Captain Misson actually existed. No official records, no other historical accounts. Most modern scholars now believe the entire story was fiction, quite possibly written by novelist Daniel Defoe, the same author who wrote Robinson Crusoe. But here's what actually is true. Real pirates really did settle on an island off Madagascar's coast called Île Sainte-Marie. By the year 1700, an estimated 1,500 pirates were living there, with as many as 17 pirate ships calling the island home port. The island was perfect for them. No European power controlled it. It had a sheltered harbor for repairing ships, fresh water, and abundant food. And it sat close to major shipping routes through the Red Sea and Indian Ocean, perfect for intercepting wealthy merchant vessels. Unlike the noble legend of Misson, the real historical figures were far more complicated. One early settler, Adam Baldridge, built a base on the island, but rather than freeing slaves, records show he actually traded captured Madagascans into slavery in exchange for money and weapons from New York. Today, the grand pirate Utopia of legend has vanished because it likely never existed. But on Île Sainte-Marie, one thing remains very real: a pirate cemetery, where the actual men who lived and died on this island are still buried. Their skull and crossbones, gravestones, weathered by 3 centuries of ocean wind. Maybe that's the more interesting story after all. Not a perfect utopia that never was, but real, flawed, complicated people who built real lives on a real island, and whose graves are still there today, 300 years later, telling a truth no legend ever could.